Alright. Your party of 5 is standing among the ruins of the old temple, not far from the village of KRISTEAD. You've had some time to prepare. You marched out early in the morning, and now you're getting ready to go down. So, starting with NILAH, before we head down today, what is your action? Do you want to get ready?
Yeah, I'm gonna get ready with my spear and dagger.
Sounds good. Alright, BOTUNDE, how about you?
I'm gonna light a torch, give it to somebody who wants it, and I'm gonna prod, with my polar.
Okay. So you're probably near or at the front then.
Yeah.
Any volunteers
Yeah.
for the torchbearer? Anyone to volunteer to take up BOTUNDE's torch? 3, 2, 1.
I can take his torch.
Alright, Ivy's willing to take it. Okay. Ivy, it's your turn then. So as they're getting ready to go down, right? Nyla's got her spear and dagger. BOTUNDE's got his polearm near the front. You're the paladin, Ivy. Do you want to lead the way? Or something else?
Yeah, I guess I'll lead the way. I mean, if I have this torch, then I'll stay in the middle.
Okay.
Actually,
You're somewhere in the middle. You got the torch and your dagger out. Okay, sure. What about SUZIKA?
I want to go in front and prod.
Okay, so you and BOTUNDE are prodding near the front. Billy the fighter, how about you?
Yeah, I would like to either, yeah, I will go with one of the prodding guys, so like second or third rank if that's possible, because
Yep, right
I
behind
have a good AC.
Okay, second or
And
third, so you're in the middle.
also, yeah, and also I have a war axe. Is that correct?
Battle axe, yeah.
Battle axe. Okay.
It's holstered on your belt. That's right. All right, so
No,
BOTUNDE.
can I equip the battle axe instead of my hand axe?
Sure. Your battle axe and shield are equipped.
Yeah.
You two seem to be leading the way. Do you guys want to head down single file or two abreast? It's a 5-foot stair down into the first chamber. 5 foot wide.
A single file.
Okay. Are you in the front, BOTUNDE, or is it SUZIKA?
I'm third, right?
You're third rank? Okay, so you fell back. So you're gonna poke at people's
No,
feet?
because Billy and Susie are in front of me, right? So.
Billy and Ivy are behind you. SUZIKA and you are in the front at this time, but you can fall back if you want.
Oh, okay, yeah. If I'm in the front, I'll just keep going.
Okay. So, do you want to go first or after SUZIKA?
I'll be second.
Okay, SUZIKA, are you willing to go first?
Yeah.
All right, so you are leading the party. So, the rest of you are following down the steps. SUZIKA, you're the first down. The spiral steps lead down into a domed square chamber, 30 feet by 30 feet, with 5 exits: 1 north, 2 east, 1 south, 1 west. Down in this chamber, there are, of course, the rotted remains of those zombies you slew yesterday, right? Or sorry, no, they're gone. We carried them out. They were the villagers. So, misunderstanding. No, instead you see remnants of undead here, or death here. You see it smells stinky, right? And there's like maybe chunks of cloth and uh, you know, dried up blood here and there, a blood trail to the south. Otherwise, this area is clear. No signs of monsters or treasures or traps or anything. The door to the south is open at this time.
You said that the north south is open, right?
It is, yeah. Behind it, there are some rocks and some broken shards of a pot. And then
Alright.
past it, it's just past the door, it's actually just a corridor, continuing south for about 20 feet and then turns west.
Yeah. I'll be second rank now.
Okay, you fall back. So SUZIKA, you're at the front still. Billy, you want to move to the front with SUZIKA? Two abreast.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so we have 2 columns. Ivy and BOTUNDE are in the middle, and NILAH's at the rear at this time.
Can I go in the front?
Okay, sure. So, yep, Billy and SUZIKA, as you're trying to lead the way down the stairs, Ivy wants to push ahead. Ivy, do you want to be beside SUZIKA and Billy, or do you want to be at the very front by yourself? You want to pull someone back?
Sorry, can I go second, right?
You were already in seconds. You want to fall back to where you were?
Yeah.
All right, so as Ivy figures out where she wants to stand, Billy and SUZIKA, you're the first down. So starting with SUZIKA, after you get down the stairs and you're in the first chamber, what's your move?
I want to ready my shield and listen to the west door.
Okay. Do you want to go up and listen against it, or listen from where you're standing at the bottom of the stairs?
Listen against it.
Okay. As SUZIKA moves toward the west door to listen against it, Billy, do you want to go with him and listen to, or something else?
I will stand guard by the southern door.
Southern door.
But-
Okay.
The open door. Yeah, it's open.
Sounds good. Yeah, it is. You look
Yeah.
down there. A little bit of the torchlight does shine that way, but not much, and so far it's clear. It's really dark that way. Ivy, as you were figuring out where to stand, we're gonna come back to you actually. So you were still figuring yourself out. BOTUNDE, you were right behind Ivy, you and NILAH, right? Did you want to just go past her if she figures out where to stand, or do you want to wait for her? You're on the stairs still.
Yeah, I'll go past. I wanna, if possible, guard the north. And be ready to flank the west door. If something does happen.
So you want to stand near the west door, but you want to face the north door? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
So north side of the west door, sure. All right, and what about NILAH?
Well, not right.
NILAH?
Can I just keep on guard? Just be alert.
You're on the stairs still, so you don't wait on the stairs and be on guard from the stairs.
Yeah.
Any particular direction you want to watch?
No particular direction, just be alert.
Okay, so then you're only a particular, if you have no actual focus, of course, just a warning, right? Your character will just not have an actual focus, right? So you are listening to
Oh.
everything but nothing at the same time, if that makes sense, right? So if you don't specify
cool.
a direction, you might not be looking or listening in the right direction at the time of a conflict, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? If you
Yeah,
don't
that makes
specify it.
sense.
So do you want to be specific or general about it? Okay, very well. Back to Billy. You're at the south door right now, looking down, carefully listening on guard, looking south. Nothing's happening down there. Do you want to keep guarding this position?
Yes.
Okay, back to SUZIKA. You were listening against that west door. And as you put your head against it, go ahead and roll a 6-sider to see if you hear anything. All right. SUZIKA, you try to, of course, ignore any other sounds and listen past this door to see if you hear anything trying to be quiet or approach from a distance or whatever. At this time, it's quiet behind the door. You can just hear the faint sounds of bugs. That's it. So SUZIKA, after you finish listening, do you want to keep listening or something else?
I want to go to the south door.
Okay. All right. Back to Ivy on the stairs. You were trying to figure out where to go. There was many places, everyone kind of spread out, right? But yeah, you're on the stairs still. What do you want to do? Do you want to wait on the stairs or something else?
I'll go to where they are and I'll try to go to second rank if I can get to whoever was in front.
Yeah, well, the party's split up, so half the crew is kind of toward the west door and half the crew is toward the south door. So which group do you want to join, or do you want to do your own thing?
Oh, sorry, my Wi-Fi just cut out. What did you say?
The party is split up right now. So when you say second rank, are you second rank for the group to the west or the group to the south?
South, I'll go south.
Okay. And you want to be second rank, which means behind the guys in the front, right? So, BOTUNDE, you of course were north of the western door, observing the north exit, which is also a door. Nothing's happening. You see that most of the
I'll
crew's
be,
headed south. You want to go south too, or something else?
Yeah, I'll be second rank in the south.
Okay. NILAH, you're on the stairs. Most of the group is starting to move toward the south. Actually, almost all the group is. So do you want to wait on the stairs still and keep watch, or something else?
No, I'll go to the south.
All right, your whole party's at the south now. SUZIKA and Billy, you're at the front still. Do you guys want to explore southward past this door, or something else?
Yes, we go south.
Okay,
I want to prod with my spear.
sure. As Billy and SUZIKA lead the way south and prod and carefully observe for any signs of monsters, traps, or treasures or whatever, Ivy and BOTUNDE, you're next in line. Ivy, do you want to follow them south or something else?
I will follow them south.
Okay, BOTUNDE, you want to keep following them or something
Yes.
else? Okay, NILAH, you want to follow them through the south door or something else?
Follow them to
Okay.
the south door.
Your party is able to go down the south tunnel, or corridor, I mean. It goes only about 20 feet south and then turns to the west. The torchlight shines 30 feet ahead. The torch is currently being carried by Ivy, so you'll see 25 feet ahead since she's in second rank. But at 25 feet, you still don't see the end of the western corridor. You might have gone down here before, so you might remember how it's like. But so far, it's empty and continues west into nothing, or to darkness, I mean. Do you want to continue west or something else?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. I heard one yes from, I think, Billy or SUZIKA. What about the rest of you?
Continue west.
Good to go?
Yeah, continue.
All right. So at least 3 of you are headed west. I think it's Billy, BOTUNDE, and NILAH. What about the other two? You want to wait around?
You go west.
West, okay. Ivy? All right. Looks like Ivy's gonna hang back for a bit.
Sorry, I'll follow you.
Okay. All right. Your new situation is, well, you got halfway down the tunnel. You can see the end, realizing that the tunnel or the corridor you're in is a total of 50 feet long. At the end of the corridor, it turns to the north. So you're about to hit the corner. Is that fine? Do you want to continue west and then north or something else?
Yeah, west and north.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. At this time, we've been
Yeah.
down in the dungeon for some time, maybe like 20-ish minutes now, so I gotta do a wandering monster check. Alright, it's quiet down here so far. No signs of any monsters or treasures or traps. Well, you get around the corner. There's nothing there anymore. Last time, I think the last group fought some zombies in here. Well, this time, all you find is an open door here that leads into another square chamber, remnants of a ritual circle in the middle, dead candles or the remnants of candles around the circle, vines along the east wall, and a door to the west. That's it. It's a 30 by 30 chamber past this north corridor. The corridor to the north is only 20 feet north to south, right? This is around the corner. So you only force into this chamber unless you want to fall back. Would you like to proceed into the chamber or something else?
I'll proceed.
Billy will try to break apart the open door with his battle axe.
Okay. You want to split it in half or something, or cut it down from its hinges?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cut it from its hinges, so yeah.
It doesn't close again, right? All right. Yeah. Billy works
Yeah.
on taking down the door. As he does that, SUZIKA, you want to just proceed in or something else?
Yeah, I'll just stand back.
Okay. You just stay back as he hacks at the door. The rest of you want to just wait for him to finish taking down the door? Or something else? I think BOTUNDE wanted to proceed.
Seeing as they're gonna take down the door, I'll be on guard.
Okay. Ivy?
Can I back away from the door?
Sure. NILAH? You have a different action?
Wait for him to break the door.
Okay. Yep, so Billy, you get up there with your battle axe and you start chopping into the door. This is not a wood axe. This is a battle axe. It can still be used against wood, but it's meant for flesh. Therefore, it's a thinner blade. And therefore, if you abuse this weapon, you can blunt it or chip it. And therefore, it will do
Oh,
less
so
damage.
can I then use my hand axe instead of my battle axe?
Yep, the hand axe is also a weapon, but if you're willing to sacrifice your hand axe instead of your battle axe, that's fine too. Either way, though, it's
Yeah.
going to be abusing the weapon. It's kind of like misusing an item, right? Like you're using your M16 rifle to smash a car open or a door open, and you might break your rifle. You might bend it or damage it, the components inside, right? It's not the proper tool, right? So, same situation here. Your battle axe can definitely take down the door, but it might cause it to chip or dull. So,
I will just use my hand axe.
sure. All right. Yep, you start working on it. You take your one-handed axe, you start chopping into the hinges, separating the wood from the hinges, right? And yeah, the first few strikes, the sound of his axe splitting the wood echoes throughout the chamber. We're gonna check for encounter. Right. And the noise is actually, I think, an automatic encounter. So whatever is around will have to react, right, to the sound of the axe chopping into the wood. There's just uncertainty. Your party doesn't hear anything really. But yeah, the axe and the door definitely has sounded off. You do notice that the sound of the axe chopping at the door, makes the sound of wood splintering and cracking and big bangs, right, against the wood and metal and all that. This sound echoes throughout the chamber ahead and the corridor behind you, alerting anything to the north and anything to the east or southeast. So far, things are very quiet, right? Nothing's certain. We're not sure if there's anything really out there, but whatever's out there doesn't respond to the sound. And your crew is able to take down the door. It takes about 10 minutes for him to fully finish hacking off the door, I think. Or maybe not 10 minutes, but a few minutes, right? He has an axe. It's a proper weapon for this, or tool. So yeah, but the axe becomes dull after usage. You can sharpen it again. But yeah, it has become dull. So I'll mark that down. Billy's axe is dull now. His hand axe.
Right.
Okay. So, moving forward. Yeah, the axe or the door's been cut down. Suzika, what's your next move? Do you want to proceed into the chamber or something else?
Yeah, and I want to listen to the door in the room.
Okay. The west door. Right. Okay. Billy, how about you? Do you want to go with Suzika to the west door or something else?
Yes, I follow SUZIKA.
Okay. Billy and Suzika make it to the western door. Billy's just following behind Suzika. BOTUNDE, do you want to follow Billy and Suzika or something else?
I'll move up and I'll be ready to flank the east. Like,
To the
attack
east, there are vines. You want to check the vines?
Yeah. No. I'll walk with them, but if something comes from the east, I'll be ready to attack.
Okay, so you stay to the west but look east. Okay.
Yeah.
Ivy, what's your move?
I will follow them to the door.
Okay. And what about Nyla?
I'll follow them to the door with my spear ready.
Sure. All right. So most of your party has made their way to the door, weapons ready. Some of you turn your attention to different areas of the room, but most of you are looking west. And Suzika, roll a 6-sider to see if you hear anything quiet beyond the door. You're doing a listening check. There's a risk you hear nothing, and there's a chance you hear something. At this time, you with a 3, based on your roll, you hear anything that is not quiet or not approaching, right? Anything that's behind the door is obviously heard. Oh, did Ivy drop out a second? Or this is the 3rd time. I don't know if that's out. All right. I think I warned her last time if she did it again, she would be out of the group. So, we'll give her a few minutes maybe. Maybe she's got technical difficulties. But she's done this multiple times. Right. Usually we don't give people second chances. Okay. All right. Moon, are you okay? What's your situation? Moon? Are you good?
She's probably suppressed.
Yeah,
or something.
sorry. My Wi-Fi cut out.
Okay. I thought
Yeah,
so.
maybe.
All right. Yeah. Just making sure. All right. The rest of you, you're waiting on SUZIKA to finish listening at the door. SUZIKA, at this time, you hear nothing beyond the door. It's quiet. Okay. So what's next, SUZIKA? The rest of the crew is waiting on you, it sounds like, or looks like. You want to get it opened or something else? Your job here is to find and destroy the undead, right? Just a reminder.
I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna try to break down the door.
Okay, sure. You want to break it down, like remove it completely, or just kick it open?
Just kick it open.
Okay, sure. Yep, so you're kicking it open, or you're trying to at least. As he's doing that, Billy, your turn. Do you want to help him or something else?
I would like to equip my battle axe instead of my hand axe, and then whenever what's his name, SUZIKA opens the door, I try to pull him away immediately.
Okay, well, if you have your axe in your hand and your shield in your hand, you have no free hand to grab him with. You want to put your axe away?
Okay, okay, yeah, sure.
Okay. You have your shield ready to protect them, right? So you pull him back, block any blast damage. Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Ivy, as they're doing that, you follow them and you're just waiting on them. Do you want to just wait here, or do you want to back up or something else as they're trying to open the door?
Can I back up a little and get ready just in case zombies come out of the door? I can strike them. Like, can I get my sword ready?
Yeah, your dagger. Sure. Do you want to be north,
Yeah.
east,
The
or
dagger,
south
sorry.
of the door? The door's to the west. So do you want to be north, east, or south of it as you back up? North and south would be the flanks.
I'll
East
go
would be
south.
from it. South. Okay, so you're on the south
I'll go
flank.
south.
Good to go. BOTUNDE, you're with them, right behind them. You have your eyes to the
I'll
east
be,
at the time.
Yeah, I'll be northeast of SUZIKA, and as soon as he kicks the door, I'm gonna pull him away.
Sure. You turn around. You're northeast of SUZIKA, so you get closer, and you get ready to pull SUZIKA back along with Billy. So you and Billy are getting ready to pull SUZIKA back together. NILAH, as they were getting ready to open that door, and all three of them are close to the west door. Ivy backed up toward the south. What do you want to do, NILAH?
Can I back up to the north?
Sure. Right.
Yeah.
Force doors check 1d6. See if you can forcibly kick the door. Otherwise, it's not enough force if you fail. Alright. Your first attempt, SUZIKA, you kick hard as you can against the door, but it's not enough force. It seems possible, but instead, you possibly injure your foot, your sandaled foot. You also might break your sandal upon kicking at it. Roll a 6-sider to see if you injure yourself with your kick. There's a 2 in 6 chance you injure yourself. Alright. And last one, I'm just going to roll a 1d6 to see if you break your sandal. There's a 2 in 6 chance you break your sandal against the door, which will slow your movement speed without footwear. Alright, you're fine. All risk aside, you pass. You fail to open it, but you don't injure or break your sandal. You don't injure yourself. Yeah, so the first attempt, you just guys all hear his sandal slap against the door really hard as he kicks at it. The door shakes, creaks, but doesn't give. Alright, SUZIKA, do you want to try again or something else?
I want to switch spots with Billy since he has
Higher strength? Okay. Yeah, he's very strong. Billy, you want to shield bash the door, but then your shield will be at risk, or do you want to just kick the door open? Then your sandaled foot will be at risk. If you use your shoulder, then your shoulder's at risk.
I'll just kick it open.
Okay. Left foot, kick. All right. Everyone else kind of backs up. SUZIKA, you replace Billy. And get ready to pull him back, maybe.
So that's
6-sider when you're ready.
1d6.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. 3 plus 2.
Nope. So when you do a force source check, you just want to roll a 6-sider, and if you have a bonus, low is better. So you subtract, okay? Because 1 and 2 chance is a pass on a force source check.
Oh,
So you want to subtract 2 from the 3, so you would get a 1, which is a pass. Okay.
nice.
All right. So yeah, Billy attempts it. Before he does attempt it, though, let me see if there's a response behind the door. And before he even attempted it, I have to check on the other players to see if they wanted to do anything differently too. All right, well, there was no sudden response from behind the door. Everything seems neutral still. As for the other 3 characters that didn't get to take a turn quite yet, Botunde, do you want to just kind of remain waiting behind Billy and with Silk, getting ready to pull Billy back, or something else?
Yeah, as soon as he kicks it, I pull him back.
Okay. And Ivy, do you want to just wait toward the south still with your weapon, or something else?
Yeah, I'll just do that.
All right, just double checking with our other character, NILAH, to the north. Do you want to just remain ready, or something else?
Yeah, I just want to remain there.
Okay. All right, yeah, the door flies open. You kick open the door. Past the door is a 20-foot corridor that goes west and then turns to the north. That's it. You also see in here that there are some chains, or not chains, but ropes on the wall. So there are some ropes on the wall, and that's about it. Just a few ropes on the wall, and maybe some stains on the wall too, where the ropes are. So these ropes are on the far west wall, right before the or right at the end of the western tunnel or corridor that you're in, past the door. So again, corridor goes west for 20 feet, then turns north. Okay. Would you like to proceed? There's no monsters, traps, or at least you don't see any monsters, traps, or treasure yet.
Oh yeah, back in formation and continue.
Someone like, oh, that's me. Okay.
What?
Just a second. I was hearing some weird sounds for a second, but I realized it was my background sound. So, all right, it's fine. Anyway, yeah, the party's getting back in formation, getting ready to go down because I think some of you were out of formation, right? So
Yeah.
who's headed west first? Who's taking point?
Me.
Okay. Yep, SUZIKA and Billy still? Or do you guys want to change it up? Alright. At least Billy
Yeah,
is.
SUZIKA should
Alright,
go
SUZIKA and
first
Billy.
on fraud, and I'll be right next to him.
Yeah. Sure. Okay. What about second ring? Is that Ivy and Botunde still?
Yeah.
NILAH takes up the rear guard. Alright. Yeah, you begin making your way down the corridor to the west. You round the corner carefully, looking that in that direction. You see that this corridor continues very similarly to the last long corridor, straight into darkness northward. See, your torchlight shines roughly 25 feet ahead into darkness. That's all you see, a dark corridor continuing north. Would you like to proceed north then? It's the only way to go, unless you want to go back.
Yeah.
Okay. All right then. So now you're headed north down the corridor. And it's not long before you see a side passage to the west. So now it's slightly different. There's a side passage to the west. This is about 20 feet north of the south wall of this corridor, right? That goes north. So only about 20 feet down. Is around the corner. There's an intersection basically. We got a side passage west, and then past the intersection, the corridor continues north. Okay. So,
Yeah.
yeah, you see down the intersection as you approach it, down the western one.
Yep.
Basically, all you see there is a 10-foot quarter, and at the end of it, it's a cell block. You can see like it's a wooden cage, right? So a cell block to the west, past the 10-foot quarter. And inside there, it's empty. There's nothing in the cell. It's a wooden cell, made out of wooden stakes. It's got a, yep. So, 10-foot wooden cell to the west. You want to just push on? It's empty. At least it looks empty.
Yeah. I mean, I think we should push on.
Okay. All right then. So past this, well, let's hear from the others first. BOTUNDE wants to just continue forward. But Billy and SUZIKA at the front, when you reach that intersection, you have two new options. You either can continue down the intersection north or go west down the side passage. What do you think?
Go north. I want to continue.
All right. Billy wants to continue north, ignore that side passage. SUZIKA, what do you think?
Yeah, I also want to just continue north.
Okay. And then Ivy and BOTUNDE?
Yeah. By the way, this cage is not big, like, right?
It's a
It's
10
like
by
10
10
by 10
cage.
feet.
Yeah. It looks empty.
Yeah, okay, I'll just move on.
All right. Ivy? Ivy, you with us? The party's headed north. There's a western passage. You want to follow them north or something else?
I'll follow them north.
Okay. And NILAH, do you want to continue to follow the party north as well or something else?
Yes, please. Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. Past the intersection, the quarter only continues 10 feet, and then there's another 10 by 10 intersection up ahead. So you realize that the quarter that you've been in is a total of 50 feet in length north to south, right? You're at the second intersection. At this second intersection, to the west is another wooden cell, okay? And in the wooden cell, there is somebody there, right? As you look around the corner, one of your guys that look west as the other looks east. The guy looking west at this time is SUZIKA. So as you peek to the west, SUZIKA, as Billy looks to the east as you round the corners, right? You see it's a wooden cell with one occupant, and the occupant is just standing there at the far wall. It looks very small, maybe about 3 to 4 feet tall, right? It's also naked. And of course, Billy, as you look to the east, what you see is a wooden door after a 10-foot quarter. So there's a quarter to the east, 10 feet long, and then there's a wooden door there. All right. So back to SUZIKA. As soon as you round the corner and see that thing to the west, do you want to fall back and discuss with the plan, or do you want to check it out? What's your move?
I want to interrogate him.
Interrogate the person in the cell? Okay. Yeah, 3 to 4 foot tall humanoid figure in that cell on the far wall, right? Just facing the other way. You move up and you want to interrogate it from here? You want to question it from here, or do you want to move up to the cell? You're about from where you're at. You want to talk to it from where you're at. You're roughly 20 to 30 feet away from it, so you have to kind of shout down if that's okay for it to hear you.
Maybe I'll move to like 10 feet.
10 feet, then you can kind of like loud whisper to it, right? From 10 feet. Okay, so yeah, you move closer so you don't have to yell to it and let others know you're here, right? Let's see, Billy, as he does that, do you want to go with him? Do you want to check out the east door or something else, Billy? We have options.
Yeah, I will stand guard near the eastern door. By the way, are the hinges on my side? Like, does it open towards me or away?
Away. The hinges are not on our side.
Okay, I will just hold my shield in case someone else comes through.
Okay, yep. And BOTUNDE, how about you?
I'm gonna be with SUZIKA. I'll be behind him. I'll be prodding ahead for him.
Okay, sounds good. And what about Ivy?
Okay, I'm gonna move. I'm gonna go behind the guy. I don't know what his username is. I'm gonna go behind the guy who's like gonna talk to it, and I'll be ready to like attack if it's gonna like try to charge at him.
Okay, you want to follow Suzika and Billy to the west then? Where the cell is?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, Nyla?
I would also go to the west just to. Actually, I will keep guard behind us.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
So far, there's nothing behind you. Alright, so starting with BOTUNDE and Suzika and Ivy, you three moved west toward the cell, and BOTUNDE from behind, but around Suzika, I mean, will prod the floor ahead of traps. It's clear, right? You get to the cell, starting with Suzika, you were trying to interrogate it, so you want to ask it questions. What do you want to say?
Like, who are you?
Okay. As you say that, Ivy, do you want to just wait and see what happens, or do you want to say something too?
I'll wait and see what happens.
Okay, what about BOTUNDE? You also want to wait?
I'm gonna be like, we're here to help you.
Okay.
Answer us.
So you guys both ask it questions. At least BOTUNDE doesn't, but he tries to be friendly, try to identify himself to the creature, the humanoid. And Suzika asked it a question. Let's see how it reacts. Let's check your charisma. And then with so it doesn't seem to react to Suzika. Let's see if it reacts in any way to BOTUNDE, who's identifying himself as assistants. It does not react to either of you. It just waits. It's facing the wall. It's a naked looking child, right? It's all covered in cuts and scratches and bruises. It stinks really bad here too. It smells rotten and sour and fishy, right? So it stinks.
Does it look like a human child or a humanoid child?
It looks like a human child. Now that you're closer, it's just really
Okay.
filthy. About 3 to 4 feet tall. Female, human. All right. And as you're checking this creature out, or this human out, back to the other character, it's gonna be our guard to the
Billy
east,
at
Billy.
the
Yeah.
eastern door.
Nothing happens here so far. You want to change your action or just keep guard?
I keep guard.
Okay. And same thing, south guard, Nyla. Nothing's happening to the south. It's just a dark corridor to the south. Do you want to change your action?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Can I go up to the cage and try to offer the creature food?
Okay, yeah, sure.
More rations?
Yep,
Like
you
a
are.
little bit?
Sounds good, yeah. Back to Suzika, you can hear, at this time, you can hear Nyla joining your group from behind. But after getting no response, do you want to keep talking to it or something else?
I'll just stand back with my shield.
Okay, what about BOTUNDE? You told it that you're here to help and to answer, of course, your friend. It did not respond. Do you want to change?
I'm gonna be like, we'll tell them, we're gonna bring you back home, okay? You don't have to be afraid of us.
Okay. And as you say that to it, also up there is Ivy. Ivy, do you want to do or say anything as you wait? Or just keep watching? Waiting.
Can I look at the child a little closer to see if the child has any bite marks on it?
Oh yeah, the child does have bite marks. It's been bitten in multiple areas. Does that answer your question?
Can I kill the child?
How? You want to go into the cell with it? It's in a 10-foot cell to the far wall. You want to shoot it?
I mean, does anyone have bows?
What was that?
Never mind. I'll just keep on watching. Yeah.
Bear in mind, your character is supposed to be a chivalric holy knight. The murder of a child is a great sin, right? You would lose your right to be a paladin immediately. So, if you murder anything that's innocent, at least, including children, right? So that kind of thought creeping your mind is a very sinful thought of yours.
I'll stay from the far watch of them.
Okay, sure. You're tempted, maybe. Yeah, these places do make us think differently sometimes. Sometimes forget about who we are. Nyla, of course, you came up there with some food. And you want to offer it like a pound of rations?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to say anything as you offer it rations, or just like reach out to it?
Just reach out and say, "Here we go. Here you are." That's
Okay.
it. Yeah. Nothing much.
All right. Let's see if it responds to BOTUNDE. It doesn't respond to BOTUNDE. Let's see if it responds to SUZIKA, or not SUZIKA, Nyla. It does. It you know, it seems to respond to Nyla to some extent, right? It turns around, right? And it says, you know, help me, right? You just see a scared young girl, right? She just slowly turns around, barely able to stand, right? You realize she's, on the wall because she's also roped to it. There's a nail. There's a nail in the wall that is attached, or like a spike, right? That's attached to a rope, and the rope is attached to her neck, right? So she turns around and she realizes she can't go very far from the wall, right? She just says, she asks for help, right? But yeah, she turns around very slowly and carefully, and you see that she's standing on a bucket right now, and she's also got her hands tied and her feet tied, right? So if she tries to move anywhere off the bucket, she would break her neck, right? So, yeah. So there's that. She's just saying, "Help me," right? And you see that she's super or severely malnourished, barely able to speak, but she turns around super slowly, right? Because she's scared she's gonna fall. Right? She's been leaning up against the wall. So, all right. Back to BOTUNDE. Seeing the situation, what do you want to do?
Can I cut the ropes off with a polearm?
You can't reach her. Although she's roughly 10 feet away, there's a cell in your way too, blocking your reach. The polearm's also not
Is the cell
long enough.
is the cell closed or?
It is closed.
Oh, okay. Is there like a lock?
There is. It's nothing fancy, but all that is it's a wooden cage door, or it's a wooden cell, right? And how it works is that it's 10 by 10, right? But then parts of the cell is just an entire door. The door is of these stakes, right? Basically this whole stake wall will move. So it's all attached to all these stakes are kind of like a cell wall slash door, and it's attached to like a wooden support beam, right? So but then of course it can, the entire cell can swing open, if that makes sense, right? But it's tied down currently. It's tied down by some rope. So you can untie the rope and then swing the entire cell open. Right.
Yeah, is that alright if I do that?
Yeah, so you start untying the rope, you set your polearm down, you start untying it.
Yeah.
Okay. And as you work on untying the rope, let's see. Was it? Who's up there? Ivy, as BOTUNDE's working on the rope, do you want to continue thinking about killing the girl or something else? Ivy? Moon? Alright. She's AFK maybe. Alright, we'll just have to come back to you. Looks like your connection's not working, Moon. So we'll go back to who else is up there? SUZIKA. So SUZIKA, you've got your shield ready in front of you. What do you want to do? You want to change your action or just keep waiting? Looks like BOTUNDE is working on getting the cell door open.
I want to also help BOTUNDE.
Okay. Yep. So together you guys work on getting that rope removed. All right.
Moon said she can't talk.
For the remainder of the game, or she needs permission to
I
speak.
think she might be suppressed.
Okay. Try that. I muted you, and unmuted you. Did you have to reconnect or something? Is that why?
I don't know. My mic wasn't working.
Okay. Yeah. So what's your move, Ivy?
I'll stay from the back and just watch the child.
All right. It's just standing there. Back to NILAH. You know, you get a response finally, right? You were offering it food. It turned around. It told you to help it or asked for help. What's next, NILAH? Do you want to just wait for the others to open the door or something else?
I'll wait for the others to open the door.
In the cell door. In the cell. All right. So they're working on it. You're waiting on them. Back to our guard to the east, Billy. Let me check if anything changed. Okay, things are quiet. You're watching the east door. You want to keep watching the east door?
Yeah, can I try to listen through the eastern door, like put my ear up to it and try to listen?
Yeah, sure. So you're listening against the east door now, and we'll come back to you with results. But back to the main crew. So you're working on untying the rope. We start out with BOTUNDE, right? You just use your bare hands to untie the rope. And BOTUNDE, as you're untying the rope, roll a 6-sider for a trap check. Okay, so you were untying it, but you realize as you were untying it, you were trying to be somewhat careful, maybe passively. Your skill in untying helped you realize there's something there, right? So you were untying the rope. There was indeed a needle within the rope, right? So you like noticed it was poking out, right? And you managed to avoid it or bend it or take it off, but there was indeed a needle in the rope ready to prick you. You know, this needle, it's a rusty looking needle with like a strange oil on it, right?
Oh wow, interesting.
You want to break it?
Yeah. At this point, I'll just can I just cut the rope with my ball arm? Like,
Okay, realizing that, and I think someone came up to help you, which was SUZIKA, but you might stop SUZIKA from grabbing the rope. Because he
yeah.
might prick himself or herself. SUZIKA, you see BOTUNDE like catch something, he stops untying, right? He grabs out his pole arm and gets ready to cut it. So instead of helping you untie it, what do you want to do? Because he's gonna cut it instead. He has to shave the rope.
I'll just guard. Just stay on guard, I guess.
Okay. Also at this time the torch is flickering, it's going out, right? It's dimming. We've been down here for over an hour or
Can I
close
let
to an
it
hour.
burn?
You want to replenish the torch, SUZIKA, for your turn instead?
Yeah.
Okay, so as he's like hacking at that thing, you can reach into his bag and light up a torch on your dying torch. Since or you're not the torch bearer, I think it's Ivy. So you can tell Ivy to light a torch. You can take out a torch this round from your own bag and give it to Ivy so she can light a new one to carry. Because she's the torch bearer at this time. Is that
Yeah.
fine? Okay, so you have 3 reserve torches left. You just took out one, passed it over to Ivy. Anything else you want to do besides get a torch ready?
No, that's it.
Okay, so you'll just wait around after that. Sounds good. 3 reserve torches. Ivy, as BOTUNDE is figuring out how to remove this rope, he's starting to cut at it instead with his polearm. So polearm's not the best item for this because it's too long and cumbersome for something this close, right? So yeah, BOTUNDE, in order to do this, you either have to like kind of grab at the head of your polearm and kind of saw like that, or you have to back up and use your polearm from a distance. Does that make sense? The proper tool for this would be like a knife, right? Or like something smaller, right, to chop at the rope. Does that make sense? Right, like a saw.
Yeah.
So yeah, Batunde, you're using the blade of your polearm at close range. As he does that though, Ivy, what's your move? You want to continue watching the girl stand in the bucket?
I'll let them use my to cut the whatever
Okay.
the rope.
You want to pass your knife over? Sure. Your dagger, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, you pass your dagger over, and yeah. So as you work on that, back to Nyla. You know, you offered food. You couldn't. The girl didn't take it. Do you want to just keep trying to offer food, or you want to do something different?
Keep offering her food.
Okay. So you want to just keep it raised toward her to come get?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Let's see how she reacts to the situation. The girl is reacting negative, right? She starts to cry, right? And that's making noise, right? She's tearing up and crying, right? She's just saying, help me, right? And yeah, that noise is being heard. So anything nearby can hear the crying and muffled pleas for help, right? Which might not be good. Now everything nearby might be alerted of your presence. Let's see. Billy, you were listening against that eastern door, right? Go ahead, roll a 6-sider, see if you hear anything trying to be quiet or approaching at this time from a distance.
Yeah, give me a minute.
No worries.
3.
3? Okay. So yeah, let's see. You have an intelligence of 9. You don't hear much behind this door, but you do hear some obvious sounds that are kind of faint and distant from the door. That is the sound of what sounds like a snoring animal, right? There's a snoring animal not far from the door. You can hear it barely, right? Just snoring, sleeping. But you can hear it starting to wake up because the noise that's being made by the rest of the crew. But not really the crew, but the girl. She's crying and pleading for help. So you hear like a dog is starting to wake up, right, and sniff around, like a canine of sorts, right? So that's what you're hearing, Mr. Billy. All right.
Yeah, can I try to maybe gesture to the other party members that I'm hearing something?
Yeah, you're like pointing at the door, like you're like, psst, right, like whispering at them, like, hey, right, and you point at the door.
Yeah.
And those nearest can come back you up, or they can hurry up what they're doing to help you, right? Well, back to Botunde, right? Botunde, you cut the rope now, so you can open the cell. But to open the cell, it opens outward, so everyone has to back out of this corridor and into the intersection before you can open it, right? Because the cell door swings open and it's really large, right? Because the entire wooden stake wall will swing open, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I kind of move back and I kind of have my hand out, gesturing for them to also move back.
okay. Yep. So you're telling them all back up. You're pulling it open. Okay. And as you open the door, right? You guys also start to hear barking from the east, right? So that dog is barking to the east now. Billy's kind of indicating there's something there. All right. So back to Suzika. You helped light a torch up, and then you were just kind of standing by, right? As Batunde opens the door, you're able to back up too. Do you want to just back up and wait, or do you want to go help Billy or something else?
I want to ready my spear for the dog thing.
Okay, so you turn to the east. Ivy, what about you? As you back up, right? What do you want to do? Anything else? Oh, awesome. She's AFK. All right. That's unfortunate. Let's see. Nyla. Nyla, your character, you were also in the space with them. And as most of the crew is backing up, there's one person that's not backing up. It's Ivy. She's like freezing up in fear or something, or in deep thought, maybe thinking about the murder of the girl, or if the girl's gonna turn into something, I don't know. But she's like just standing there, frozen, right? Nyla, do you want to like pull her back or something else? Or do you want to go help the others?
I want to pull her back. Ivy.
Okay. Yeah, so
Yeah.
yep, you oh, did someone drop out? Oh, okay.
Yeah, Nyla rejoined Star.
Yep. So you pull Ivy out of there. Okay. And yeah, you hear a dog barking to the east. You hear someone waking up now too, right? Like waking up from their rest, like, what is it? What are you barking for? Right? And yeah, you can hear like someone getting up, someone questioning the dogs barking from behind that eastern door. And then of course the cell's open now, almost, or it was delayed slightly, but now it's fully open, Botunde, right? Because yeah, Ivy was in the way. What's
Yeah.
next? Do you want to get
I'm gonna
cut the girl
cut
free?
the ropes from the girl and then take her if I can.
All right, yep. You move over to her, and she starts to grin at you, and her nails start to grow long, and her face starts to rip open, and she like jumps down from the rope, and the rope just tears off the wall, right? It was loose. But yeah, she jumps down, the cell's open, and she becomes this grotesque animalistic beast, right? All right. You want to get ready to
All
fight
right.
her with your polearm?
Yeah, I'm gonna slash her. Yeah.
Okay, you stab at her. All right, as you stab at her, Ivy, you were out of it for a second. I think Nyla pulled you out of the way, so you guys to back up into the intersection. The intersection's very full right now. Let me check if there's anything down the south. There is. Something's down to the south right now, making their way up to the north, right? So Ivy, you can hear someone walking up from the south right now. It sounds like something trudging forward, right? You can hear like groans, right? And it sounds like the usual zombies down here. So they're like heading over to our position at this time. Um, let's see. Yeah, back to let's see. Yeah, so Ivy, it's your turn right now. Do you want to get ready to face off with things to the south? Do you want to help with a girl that turned into a monster, or do you want to get ready to the east? We're in a bad spot.
I'll get ready. I'll get ready for whatever's like
South, east, or west?
south.
South. Okay, you look south. You get ready to the south. All right. Batunde's on the west. Billy's to the east still. Billy, do you want to stay to the east, or do you want to change spots?
Yeah, I stick to the east.
Okay.
Actually, can I maybe try to hold the door closed so it's harder to open it?
Yeah, you want to put your back against it? Or this is a push door, so you have to pull it. You have to like hold it. Right?
Yeah.
Hold the handle.
So I'll just I'll put my shield down and I will hold the handle with my left arm and pull it
Okay.
towards me so
Yep.
it stays closed.
Sounds good. And then Nyla, do you want to you backed off, you pulled Ivy out of the way, but you hear something to the south now. You want to get ready for the south or something else?
Yeah, I want to get ready for the south with my spear.
Okay.
Ready to throw it.
Ready
if
to
it's
throw it?
Enemy.
Okay. You get ready to throw your spear then. And last but not least, SUZIKA, as you backed off from the door, you went over. Did you go to the east to help Billy or south to help the other girls, or you want to help Botunde?
I want to help south.
South, okay. Yep, you moved to the south. Batunde's soloing that one monster girl. All right, so Batunde, roll a d20 to hit her as she leaps at you, right? Natural 1.
GG's, bro.
That's so bad. All right. So
Can I use the reroll from Wild Wolf?
no, I already gave you that. You already used it.
I use Spencer's, I think.
I would have assigned them and take them off, right? So you're out of rerolls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that guy's from a long time ago at this point. So yeah, you've already used that one up. So, all right. Well, yeah, BOTUNDE, you're out of it. Looks like you got a nat 1. So what happens is, as it moves forward and you open the gate, you basically stab at it, right? But we'll say yeah, it's a nat 1, so critical fumble. And your rope, or you were using to cut the ropes earlier, so yeah. Basically, yeah, you thrust it at it, but it was able to, I guess, dodge it, and I guess maybe like out of your character's fear, as you backed up into the wall, you kind of like tripped over yourself as you backed up and you pulled the door open. And so when you tripped, you didn't really drop your polearm, but you like fell, right? You were pulling the door open, and maybe as the girl turned, you kind of you went into like a little surprise or shock, and you like tripped over yourself and you fell on the ground, dropping your polearm, giving her the advantage on her next attack, right? So she jumps onto you and she starts tearing through you, right? Here comes her first attack, a claw against our BOTUNDE, our brave, experienced thief. First attack is a 19. That is a hit. The damage is a D3. She did 1 damage to you. So first, she shoved you to the floor and digs 1 claw into you, right? Make a saving throw versus poison. Or disease, yeah. Oh, actually, paralysis, I think. Let me double check. So yeah, just roll a D20. All right, 4. All right, you failed either way. So, yeah, so she quickly runs up to you, right? And pushes, as you fall over yourself, or as you trip over, she quickly runs into you and sticks her finger in your chest as she crawls over you. And as soon as she crawled over you and stuck her finger in your chest, you felt intense pain and cold, right? You felt fear, right? And your blood just goes cold, right? Like your whole body freezes up and becomes stiff upon the puncturing wound. It's just painfully cold and stiff now, right? Your body freezes up from that hit. And she moves on, because she moves extremely fast, right? Supernaturally quick to her next targets. Because she attacks at 3 times speed, right? So as soon as she runs over and takes down BOTUNDE, she moves into her next target, right? BOTUNDE only took 1 damage, but became paralyzed from the first strike. And she moved on to her next target, and she went for those who were closest at the rear of them, which is SUZIKA. SUZIKA looked to the south as behind NILAH and Ivy, and she came in from behind SUZIKA, right? So SUZIKA, you like turned south. You thought that BOTUNDE could handle it. As you look south, you see zombies charging forward, closing the distance, right? And from the rear, that thing grabs you from behind and also digs its claw on you. High chance to hit. With bonuses included, it's still a hit. And she digs into SUZIKA's rear. She comes in from behind him, and after stepping over and clawing into BOTUNDE, she jumps onto your back, and you can feel her claws dig into your shoulder, basically, and you fall on your knees and possibly become paralyzed. Roll a saving throw versus paralysis. 1d20 to not become paralyzed. Natural 1. Yeah, so that's a critical fumble failure. So automatic fail, right? So you definitely become paralyzed from that, right? You feel intense fear. You feel it catch you from behind, from surprise, and you fall on your knees and you just freeze up. Like you feel it dig in. She leaps off of you onto her third victim. She attacks at 3 times speed. She runs super quick and she leaps around like a freaking a spirit, right? A malevolent demon spirit thing, right? She's just jumping target to target, taking down your crew one by one within 10 seconds, right? Her third attack is between Ivy and NILAH. So I'm gonna roll I'm gonna roll odds as Ivy and evens as NILAH. It's evens, so it's NILAH. And NILAH, you're an elf, so you actually have some immunity against paralysis against these kind of monsters because of your blood type. So should be okay. It does attack you with a bite though, which is its deadliest attack. So after jumping off of these two, it jumps onto you, or it jumps at you, or maybe it's hanging onto, yeah, it's on the back of SUZIKA, who's fallen on his knees, and as it's on SUZIKA, it reaches out with its long mouth and just bites down on NILAH from the rear, right? Chomping into her butt. All right. So she bit down in your butt cheeks, and yeah, that's a hit. Let's check out the damage. Just gotta double check it. So as NILAH was trying to stand ready for these approaching undead, and no one else was really helping with that monster from the rear, this guy came in from behind, bit down on your butt, and yeah, it's the same throw versus paralysis. And you do not get paralyzed, but you do get damaged, and its bite attack deals a D3 as well. So that's 2 damage for NILAH's butt. So NILAH, you only have 2 hit points. So it actually bites down and tears your butt, right? It bit and ripped a chunk of your ass, right? And blood begins to squirt out from your wound. You fall on one knee. You're injured badly, right? As it tore a piece of your leg or butt out. And make a saving throw to stay conscious. 1d20 as it ripped open your butt. Let's see. Yep, play by post. 18 pass. You're still conscious, so you're bleeding out from your butt and you're still alive. You're still conscious. You can still take action, but you're down on your knee. You're wounded bad, and someone's gonna have to cauterize your wound soon. Let's see. After it did its thing, the zombies came forward, and the only one standing to face the zombies was Ivy, right? Because 2 of the guys are paralyzed, 1 of us are wounded, and it's just Ivy against the zombies. So let me check how many zombies are coming in from the south. This time it's 1, fortunately. It's just 1 zombie. So just 1 random zombie came in from the south. Ivy, it's you versus the zombie. Unless you want to turn around and fight the girl behind you. Who do you want to attack? The zombie or the girl? Or something else. You can also try to run or escape.
I'm not gonna try to run. Running isn't get me anywhere. I'll try to. Okay, that's right in front right now. But I'm nervous that it's focused, and I'll aim for its head to like stab it in the skull.
The zombie or the girl?
The zombie.
Okay.
The girl's stronger.
All right, roll a d20 and see if you can hit the zombie in the face as it charges for you. You're using your dagger, which is close range. The monster has a close range attack too, so he's gonna attack you at the same time possibly. As you drive your dagger into it, you miss and it hits. So you thrust at the zombie with your dagger, right? A close range weapon, not very good for a zombie fight. And the zombie avoids your attack, just pushes through you and pushes into you and starts chomping down on you, right? And deals 1d8 with a chomp. The main damage is its poison. It's infectious, deadly cold bite. It tears down and rips a chunk out of you. It did 8 damage. So it quickly just pushed you down to the floor and just ripped out your throat, and blood goes everywhere. And that's the end of Ivy. She's our first casualty tonight. So Ivy was killed immediately upon confronting the zombie with a dagger, right? So I'm sorry for your loss, Moon. I know you keep dying every game. You're determined to keep trying and playing. I appreciate that, but unfortunately you lost tonight. So again, thanks for playing. I hope to see you at the next one. Have a good night. Take care. You're welcome to take your leave, or you can spectate. But yeah, you've been killed in action. All right, this is very unfortunate. This is our first loss in a while. It looks like we have this might be a loss for the whole crew possibly. Ivy's been taken down by a zombie. You know, we got 1 or 3 of our guys paralyzed. We have 1 guy ready on the east door. He can hear movement past it. He's holding it shut, but as he's holding it shut, he can hear his entire crew being destroyed, right? So back to Billy. Billy, you know, you're facing east. You can hear your whole crew is being taken down. Do you want to turn around and face them, or something else? Or you want to just sprint out of here?
I'll just grab my shield and then I'll rush at the child.
The child?
With my axe.
All right, yep. So you pick up your shield, you quickly charge her, axe and shield, and she looks at you, right? And let's see how she reacts to you. She reacts neutral. She continues doing what she's doing, right? Which is tearing you guys down. So she just goes right for you next, right? So head-on collision. But her attack is close range. Yours is normal range with your longer range with your axe. So roll a d20. See if you can strike her before she closes in on you and starts tearing into you.
Okay.
Swing your axe. What'd you
That's
get?
4 plus 2.
Darn. Yeah, she went right past your axe
Yeah.
swing. She was way faster. She crashes into you and starts digging into you, right? First is her claw. That's a miss. You block the first claw. Second claw. That's a hit, possibly. Let me check your armor class real quick before we determine it's a hit. Billy, you have armor class. Let's see. He has a shield, and he has good dexterity, and he has a helmet, right? So, yeah, armor class is 4 currently. Or sorry, 5. AC 5. So yeah, she still hits you, unfortunately. Yeah, when you lowered your guard with your swing, she took advantage of that moment, right? Because if you don't fully defend, they will attack when you attack, right? So when they'll attack when you lower your guard. So you lower your shield, you have just -1 bonus from your shield, AC 5 right now, and she just broke past it, right? As you lower it, she slashed at you. One missed, one hit your shield, one claw slashed at your face or something, and let's see the damage. It was 2 damage. So you took 2. You're still alive, but you got to get a saving throw versus paralysis. The cold poison from her deathly claw, right? You can feel it dig into your skin, right? Go ahead and roll a saving throw versus poison or paralysis. 1d20.
19.
Pass. And turns out you had a helmet on, so she only cost you a concussive force damage, right? So she slammed on your head, but your helmet kept her claw from poisoning your skin, your flesh, right? Her second or last attack is the bite. Here comes the bite. That's a miss. And yeah, she's biting, but you're pushing her away with your shield, and you push her off of you. She falls to the ground. And as she falls to the ground, the other one, the zombie, yeah, so he has a job to do, and to destroy the enemies of this ruin as well. So he turns the corner, sees the girl, sees you, and moves toward you as well. So he charges forward. As you were in the middle of fighting the girl, he attacked you as well, right? So it's her and him versus you. All right, and he hit you, right? So as you were busy fighting the girl, he came in from the side, grabbed onto you, and bit down with a 1-8 damage, right? So he took advantage of your distraction as you were facing off with the girl. He came in and grabbed you and started biting into you, and he dealt 8 damage. Okay, and he came from behind Billy, bit down in the back of your neck, and just bit down hard and took out a piece of your spine, severing your head almost. Right, ripped off the back end of Billy's neck, and our brave fighter Billy was killed in action at that moment as well. So he was so brave, like many of our crew, but yeah, he got basically his freaking neck torn off as it chomped down. Yeah, ripped off a chunk of his neck. Billy is killed in action at that point as well. So he falls over, bleeding out, dead. The rest of you are paralyzed, and after the battle, basically, you can see the girl. After she got pushed off, she kind of just like giggles, but doesn't sound like a girl anymore. She sounds like a demon, like possessed. Her flesh is possessed by, of course, a demon or something, right? A spirit. She's like, she's trying to laugh, right? But she's not a girl. Someone else possessing her corpse, right? So, she just kind of walks around you guys, right? And kind of crawls over the elf, NILAH, right? And NILAH's bleeding out from her butt. NILAH, you're not dead yet. You're also able to still act, so I gotta check on you. Did you want to run away as all that fighting was going on? If you don't escape this,
Can I try?
oh yeah, go ahead.
Can I try kill it
Are you sure?
with my dagger?
There's
Yeah,
2 of
I'll
them.
try. Yeah.
If you don't make it out of here, no one knows what happens to this crew, right? It'll be a lost cause.
Wait. Can I run away?
You can. So while they're distracted, you
possible?
could have picked up the torch and fled. If you chose to stand there and
Yeah, I'll
fight,
just
this
do
will be the
that.
end of the crew, right? The crew would just, they'll fail epic or not,
I'll
complete failure. So, all right, you grab the
run
torch,
away.
you run to report what the situation. If you don't make it out of here alive, no one knows what happens to your crew. There's no other comms, right? So NILAH, I mean, they know that your crew went down there at the very least and never returned, right? If you don't get out of here. So, but if you get out of here alive, you get the experience, and you get a report back, and then you can develop a new plan to avenge your crew and to tackle this new problem we've got. So, all right, yeah. So NILAH, you grab the torch. You're on the way out. There's multiple ways that you can go to get out of here. So let's see if you know the right way, though. So let's say you're in the intersection right now. West of you is the cell. East of you is the monsters in that tunnel. South of you is a corridor headed south to an intersection. Which direction do you want to go? West, east, or south?
Oh, south.
Okay. And just a warning, any hint of indecision or hesitation means your character slows down and the monsters can catch up to you and do their thing to you, right?
Okay, okay.
So you go south to the next intersection. From here, you see a quarter to the west. It goes 10 feet to another cell, and then the quarter to the south. It goes 10 feet, and then there's a corner. It turns east. So you want to go west to the cell or south down the quarter to the corner?
South.
Okay. Now you're turning the corner. To the east, there's an open door, and beyond that door is a 30-foot chamber with the remnants of a ritual circle. You want to proceed east or something else? It's the only way forward, unless you want to go back.
East.
All right, you're in the room. You see vines on the far east wall. You see a door to the south. Which way? The door to the south is open. There's vines to the east.
South.
Okay, I have to check if there's monsters down here. Wandering monsters. All right, so far it's clear, quiet, and empty. You go south, down the corridor past that door. It turns. It goes 20 feet south and east for about 50, and then back north. Okay, into a 30 by 30 chamber with a spiral stair and daylight above, and 4 other exits. All right, you want to go? You want to escape, or do you want to check out the doors or something else?
Escape. So east.
East. There's 2 doors east. There's a spiral stairs north of you that goes out. You want to take the stairs or the doors?
Stairs.
Okay. It's in the middle of the room.
Ah.
You go up the stairs. You escape with your life, just barely. So you're the only one who got out there with a bleeding butt cheek, and I have to roll to see if you bled out, because as you were running and sprinting out of there, you could have bled out, right? So you were sprinting at full speed as fast as you could while bleeding from your ass. Roll a d20 to see if you bled out on your way out of here. So roll a d20. And you're bleeding at twice the rate while you're moving, right? Because as you're moving, more blood is squirting out of your butt as you move your leg.
Fuck.
All right, yeah, that's a fail. So you were halfway, actually. You knew the way out, it sounds like. But you started to pass out, right? You were losing too much blood. And yes, you do have a bandage, so I will let you try to apply it before you run out of blood. As you
Yes, can you please apply that?
Yep. As you try to stuff your wound by yourself, it's hard to do it by yourself, right? Because you can't see. And the goal is to stuff your butt wound hard enough and tight enough to the point where it's not leaking anymore, right? Where the blood stops squirting out. So there's a chance of failure here, okay? We're going to call it a 2 in 6 chance, like a trap check, right? So a 2 in 6 chance of failure. Now, I'm going to say certain roles will help you, or certain abilities can help you be better at putting a bandage on, right? And I will say some benefits or some roles that can help you is going to be if you know how to put a bandage on well, so knowledge. So if you have a good wisdom, it can help. Or it can also penalize at the same time, right? So depending on how you want to do it, right? Because you can't really see behind, you're just kind of feeling. So it's kind of like just feeling. So you have to be coordinated. So that's going to be kind of a dexterity bonus or penalty. So if you're dexterous, you might be able to feel it out easier. And then, of course, all you're trying to do is just stuff that wound, right? Maybe if you're knowledgeable or if you're good at hearing or seeing or learning, it could help. But learning or seeing doesn't really matter in this case because you can't even see the wound. Right now, it's just mostly feel. So dexterity. You're dexterous. You have 16 dex. So you're going to get a -2 bonus to your roll. So there's only a 1 in 6 chance you fail to put a band-aid on yourself, right? Bandage. So you're trying to be quick about it. Roll a 6-sider. If you roll a 1, you bled out while putting the bandage on. All right, so close, right? You almost lost. You got it on just barely. You get back up and you trudge out of the dungeon alive, right? You're like limping out of there with a bite on your butt. So yeah, I'm gonna mark that down, permanent injury on Nyla, right? So you've got a butt scar in the future, but now for now you've got a torn butt cheek. It's been bandaged though, so it's no longer leaky. Torn butt cheek. Right. You get out alive with battle scar. The rest of your crew was lost, right? The fate of BOTUNDE and SUZIKA are unknown. Your characters become NPCs. Once you lose, control of your character, in this case, you don't get to know your fate anymore. The scene goes black for your characters, right? So most likely you'll become the new victims. You'll replace those that you've killed down here. You'll become the new undead to fill the ranks of these dungeons, right? And the goals of this cult, right? So unfortunate loss. Unless we can quickly recover or stop them from turning, at the very least, the corpses of our companions into zombies, right? If we're fast enough. So they probably have to do some ritual to convert you. But yeah, it was a complete failure today. We did not kill a single monster, I think. The zombie did not get killed, and the girl did not get killed, right? So yeah, a bit of trickery, a bit of traps, a bit of just being outmaneuvered, right? And not really positioned in the most optimized way. Locking doors could help next time too if we buy like iron spikes or if we buy barricades or something, right, to like block off multiple enemy positions and so we can focus on one fight at a time, right? But yeah, sorry for your loss, guys. I know you guys tried hard. You guys did your best, and unfortunately, we just got a bit unlucky, I think. So yeah, any questions, concerns, feedback? Otherwise, we'll wrap this one up and get Nyla home. All right.
Yeah, we're chill.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Nyla, you got back to town. No XP, no money. You report back what you found out there. The village is in shock to hear that the heroes, or the heroes of the village, lost this time, and that there's a new threat in the area, right? Or possibly more threats coming, right? Now that they've been lost, everyone's speculating if they'll become zombies too, right? So it's a really sad day after today. Nyla, you lost 2 more rations to eat lunch and dinner by yourself today because your whole crew was killed or lost. So, lone survivor, Nyla, is there anything you want to do after the expedition?
Can I go to the hospital or like the?
You want to get your butt treated? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So for treatment, they can you stop the bleeding, but you probably need new bandages to keep it clean. So what treatment will include, they'll clean your wound of any bacteria or infection kind of, right? After they do that, they'll apply medicine on there and then wrap it up properly so that it will start healing again, right? Is that fine?
Yeah, that's fine.
The cost is 3 coppers for that treatment. You only have 2. Is there another way you want to pay?
Can I sell my dagger?
Okay.
Actually, no, my spear. The spear.
The spear is worth, if you sell it, it's worth 1 copper. Is that okay? A used up spear.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, and that will pay the difference. So you went to the market first, then you went to the village healers. You asked for their services. They agree to help you, right? See how they react to you. They react normally to you. They're sorry for your loss. They appreciate, they still need to get paid and do work. They can't work for free, of course, because everything costs money. So, you're paying for, of course, their time to serve you, to wash your wound, then to treat your wound, to stitch it up, to put medicine on there, the cost of the medicine, making it, everything like that. And then, of course, to wrap it up properly, right? So, yep, you've been fully treated. You're at 0 coppers. Your wound has been treated. So, torn butt cheek treated, right? It should heal. A flesh wound like yours might heal within a week to a month, right? So until then, your butt cheek will always kind of cause you pain. Right. Yeah. Thanks for playing, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry for your loss again. Hope you had some fun despite the horrible situation and bad ending to your story tonight. But yeah, I'll see you next time, guys. Thanks for playing. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes,
Yeah,
Jay.
bro.